Hello and welcome to this lecture. We have to understand the concept of distributed processing and parallel processing. So far, we have talked about Hadoop and we talked about how it distributes the task among different computers, and it uses the memory storage as well as processes of those computers to execute the task. So, because so many computers are involved, the task gets executed faster. So, that is called distributed processing. If you give a task to a distributed processing application, it will divide that task in multiple computers available on that cluster, and those computers will perform those tasks simultaneously, and that's how the overall task is distributed among different computers, and all the computers contributes towards processing that task. So that's a distributed processing. That's what you have gone through in the discussions of how Hadoop performs, right? Let's talk about parallel processing. What is parallel processing? So if you give a task to a application which follows parallel processing, it will try to execute more than one process within the same computer. If you give a task to a application which follows parallel processing, it will try to maximize the use of processing power of that computer. So imagine for now that parallel processing application has only one computer. So and this is a multi-core CPU in that computer. Parallel processing application will try to launch more than one process at the same time to execute that task. So if it is 8 core processor in your computer, it will try to launch 8 processes at the same time to get that task done. So compare this. In case of distributed processing, if your computer was launching only one process per computer, in case of parallel processing, it is launching more than one process per computer. So each computer is being used to its maximum when it comes to processing power. The task is divided between the parallel executions within the same computer using the processes available on that computer. And if you add more than one computer in this equation, then the overall processing power of the application increases. Because of the parallel processing, it maximizes the use of the available resources and the task get executed fast. And that is one value addition which Spark brings over the Hadoop. Hadoop you can consider as a sequential processing of a task on multiple computers, but Spark is parallelly processing the task on multiple computers. So it is trying to parallelly process each task on each computer. Of course, it will distribute the task among different computers available on the cluster, but at the same time, it is doing parallel processing on each of those computers. So, overall speed of the task execution is much faster than distributed processing of classical Hadoop cluster. So that was one of the advantages of using Spark over the Hadoop. Parallel processing is faster than the distributed processing, but that is not the only advantage. The next one is more interesting than this one, and that is about in memory processing. What is that? When some task is done in a Hadoop application, there is a continuous interaction happening between memory and storage. Like any application, any normal application which you run, there is a continuous interaction happening between memory and storage, and that is a lot of IO is happening between memory and storage. It is not fast to get the data from storage. Getting data from storage is very IO intensive job and it takes time. That is where the Spark has added lot of value. When an application is run on a Spark cluster, the first thing which Spark does is brings the complete data in memory. So if you run a data frame in a Spark application, it will bring the complete data of that data frame in memory, and the further interaction happens between the processor and memory. There is no need to go back to storage. So the IO overhead in this interaction is reduced. Most of the data is already brought in memory, so the retrieval of the data and processing of the data becomes much faster than in classical Hadoop, wherein a lot of IO overhead is involved. And this is a very big advantage. Because of this in-memory processing feature of Spark, Spark can be used for live streaming. So you can do live streaming of data from Spark, which is not possible in case of Hadoop. In case of Hadoop, the data interaction is always in batch mode because there has to be a processing of data from data storage to memory to processor. But in case of Spark, data is first brought in memory and any further interaction is happening between memory and processor. The data is all there in memory and the live streaming is possible because that IO overhead is no more there. And that's a big advantage. That's a big value addition from Spark side. So that is all about Hadoop, at least in this lecture. Remember two advantages which Spark brings in over the Hadoop. One is in-memory processing and other is parallel processing. And those are the big advantages. And that is why Spark is becoming so popular over Hadoop. Awesome. I will see you in next lecture.